The first rule of investing is to prevent losing money, and the second rule is to remember the first. Simply said, if you buy discounted assets as a group, you will not lose money. Warren Buffett, often known as the Oracle of Omaha, is a multi-billionaire with a net worth of more than $100 billion. Despite beginning as a bashful child selling Coca-Cola door to door, he built Berkshire Hathaway into a billion-dollar business, making him one of the world's wealthiest individuals. Unlike many other wealthier people, Buffett did not inherit his fortune or invent new technologies. He built his fortune by continuously winning in the stock market. Warren Buffett was born during the Great Depression in Omaha, Nebraska in 1930. After losing his job at a local bank, his father founded firms selling stocks and bonds to support his family. Books from his father's library prompted Warren's interest in investing and business, prompting him to launch his first business at the age of 6, selling Coca-Cola door to door. He extended his business to include gum and magazines, and he purchased his first stock at the age of 11, selling it for a profit after the first dip in value. Warren's experiences made him smarter than other young men his age. Warren's first work in Washington, D.C. was delivering newspapers for the Washington Post, and he later took a position with the Times-Herald to earn a living. Warren Buffett used his wages and money at a young age to buy a pinball machine with a buddy and put it in a barber shop. They eventually purchased 2 additional machines and divided the proceeds among the business owners. They eventually sold the machines for $1,200, allowing Warren to purchase his first home, a 40-acre tract of land in Nebraska, when he was 15 years old. This demonstrated that Warren was onto something significant at an early age. Warren planned to be a full-time stockbroker after graduating from high school in 1947, but his father insisted on his attending college. Warren enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania, paying for his education with farming profits. Warren applied for a master's degree at Harvard, after receiving his bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Nebraska. This turned out to be a gift in disguise, since he was able to enroll at Columbia Management School, where he met his mentor, Benjamin Graham. Graham was an economist and investor whose book, The Intelligent Investor, detailed how to invest profitably without speculating. Warren became one of Graham's top students and went on to become one of his life's most important individuals. Warren Buffett planned to begin his career working for the largest investment companies in the country, near the headquarters of the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street, after obtaining his master's degree in economics. Nonetheless, his introverted personality made it difficult for him to show himself confidently, and he even suffered from significant uneasiness while meeting new people. However, Buffett chose to invest in himself by taking a public speaking class. This decision proved to be a wise one, as it gave him the confidence to speak with others. Buffett was eventually hired by Benjamin Graham's investment business in New York, where he acquired the skill of securities analysis. While they both admired each other, their investing ideas differed, with Graham stressing the company's balance sheets and Buffett emphasizing the role of management in the investment selection process. Once Graham retired in 1956, Buffett formed his own partnership and closed the partnership. He had saved $175,000 and obtained great expertise running an investing business in New York by that time, which he used to convert himself into one of the wealthiest persons in the world and make his investors billionaires. Warren Buffett returned to Omaha in 1956 at the age of 25 to form Buffett Associates Limited. Despite having enough money to rent an office space and recruit employees, he preferred to run the firm from a bedroom in his home. Buffett began investing in cheap businesses, inspired by his mentor Graham, after friends and relatives contributed a total of $105,000 to the partnership. He pushed this theory to its logical conclusion by purchasing underperforming firms on the verge of bankruptcy at such a low price that even their liquidation value was greater. This is known as the cigar butt. Over the next 6 years, Buffett's net worth soared from $105,000 to $7.2 million, as did his portfolio and customer base. But due to his youthful look, many potential clients questioned him, forcing him to do business alone for nearly 5 years. Despite this, from 1956 to 1969, clients who invested with him experienced an average 29.9% 6.5% compound annual return, surpassing the stock market by a ratio of 4. Buffett was managing over $100 million in assets by 1969, but he was concerned about growing stock prices in an inflated stock market. Be frightened when others are greedy, and greedy when others are scared, he lived by. He disbanded the partnership at the end of 1969, finding it too hazardous to continue investing with other people's money, but had amassed a fortune of $25 million. Warren Buffett paid $7.50 per share for shares in Berkshire Hathaway, a failing textile firm, in 1965. 3 years later, he planned for his shares to be sold for $11.50, but the owners sought to defraud him by purchasing them at $11.37. This enraged Buffett, so he purchased the entire firm and dismissed him. Buffett opted to exit the textile sector and invest through Berkshire Hathaway as a holding company. He shifted his investing attitude from purchasing good firms at low costs to buying good companies at low prices, and he began looking for companies with a competitive edge. With Berkshire Hathaway, he purchased huge holdings in great corporations such as American Express and the Washington Post, whose stock had risen from $11 per share in 1965 to more than $290. Warren Buffett's personal net worth had reached $240 million by the late 1970s. While his new investing technique helped, his success was largely attributable to his decision to enter the insurance company. Buffett used the capital that insurance firms had on hand to invest in a variety of enterprises. Beginning with National Indemnity in 1967, he bought multiple insurance firms and used the proceeds to acquire stock in companies with a moat, such as Coca-Cola. By 1990, Berkshire Hathaway's stock was worth $7,000, and Buffett was worth more than $1 billion. Berkshire Hathaway is now one of the world's most powerful and lucrative corporations, owing in part to acquisitions like as Goldman Sachs and Bank of America. Buffett, despite his enormous fortune, is notably thrifty, driving a 2014 Cadillac XTS and frequently having breakfast at McDonald's. Most significantly, Warren Buffett's legacy will live on as a tribute to his exceptional ability to navigate the complicated world of finance and his unshakable adherence to his value investing beliefs. Despite earning a massive fortune and attaining unprecedented success, he remained unwaveringly humble and grounded, rejecting ostentatious displays of riches and advocating a frugal lifestyle. His investing philosophy, founded on patience, discipline, and a sharp eye for firms with long-term competitive advantages, has proven to be a lasting source of inspiration and direction for generations of investors worldwide. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button, and if you want to keep hearing more of these, hit the subscribe button. See you next time.